Jose, considering the way last year ended for you, do you see this as kind of a redemption year for yourself?
Well, redemption, I think that's a big word because like we talked about during the season, I played a lot of games. We had a good record. I was happy with the way the season went. And in the playoff, I had one game and I didn't play anymore. So redemption out of one game, it's hard to say. But obviously, like I always say, you play to play in the playoffs, and last year it didn't happen. So obviously, that's something I'm going to keep in the back of my mind, and I'm going to have to prove to everybody that I'm ready right off the bat.
Last year was your first camp here. You're a veteran goaltender coming into a new town and playing behind a young defense. Communication-wise, you guys maybe get more comfortable as the season wore on, and are you looking forward to working with that bunch again?
Well, for sure. Last year I was really excited to be here, but it was all new, and it was all about knowing the system, knowing the guys a little bit better. That extra pressure of playing on a new team. Now it's I'm anxious to be back here, see all the guys, and just jump on the ice. I know what to expect. I know what kind of team we have, the way we play. And I know there's going to be a lot of competition in nets, but that's always the case. So I'm just going to have to play like I can and be ready.
They are a young bunch of the defense specifically, and there were a lot of injuries back there as well last year. But could you see the growth from October to April in those guys?
Well, for sure. I think you look at the first couple of months, so we couldn't really put a really good winning streak on. We were kind of on and off, and then as the season went on, everything gelled together. And I think this year it's going to be about starting in the preseason right away. And for myself as a goalie, it's going to just to make them feel confident out there.
Some veteran goalies, when they have a young goalie behind them, pushing them a little bit, they feed off that pressure, and some it doesn't agree well with them. What kind of mindset do you have, and is that something how do you view that?
Well, there's always somebody pushing you. I've been in the league, 12 years now, and I can't remember really having a year that nobody was pushing me. Could start with Montreal, playing with Matty Garon, and then with Hackett, and then Colorado with Budai. There's always somebody pushing you, and this year there's going to be two young guys that, they want to be in the NHL, they want to play well, they're great goalies. So, I know I can't let down. If I got to be consistent, I got to play well because they're going to be guys ready to jump in there. But then again, if I could bring them my experience and help them along the way, that's great. It's my job to be able to share some of my experiences with them.
How do you and Barley get along?
Oh, great. I think I really like the way he works out there. We're two guys that like to work really hard, and every time there's something I want to talk to him about, you can see he listens, and he's going to have a great career. It's just gaining experience now for him.
You mentioned 12 years in the league. Goalies play till they're 40, sometimes later. Nowadays, you're getting, early 30s.
I'm on the back nine. I'm on the back nine now.
Conceivably, but maybe not. But have you thought at all about how long you want to play?
You know what? As long as I'm enjoying myself, enjoying being around, people, I think more than ever now I realize that hockey's not the only thing in life, and it's just fun to be able to come here and enjoy myself and making a living, being with the guys, and having the goals to be the best I could be and win a championship.
There's a lot of expectations and pressure on this team coming in. How do you approach that, and can you leverage some of the pressure you felt when you were in Montreal, where everything you do is magnified?
Yeah, well, last year was a big year. I think they came off 2 years ago, coming back, making the playoff. Last year, we really had to step up and be one of the better teams in the leagues, which I think we did. We were maybe 6 points away of Boston, so we were in one of the better teams. This year, obviously, the pressure is we got to take it to the next level, and that's not as much in the season. I think it's more we're talking about playoff, and it's all about building the season towards the playoff. And I think, like you said, obviously with the players we have now, next year, but especially we're going to have to make it to the next level.
And how determined are you to be the starting goaltender on October 1st in Boston?
Well, I'm ready to go. I think every year I approach it, I want to play all the games, and this year is no different. I come in camp just ready to go, and I'm going to take it one game at a time, like it's my last game, and just do what I can do.
You had a great run from December through March. What was it you were doing well? Was it just that you learned the team well? I mean, you had a really good run there.
Yeah, well, it was a little bit of both. I think the fact that I started to play a lot, Bruce was playing me all the games, so I could really start building something and working really hard in practices with Dave and knowing the guy. All those little things made it easier. And then when I started playing a lot, I was just ready to go.
An ideal number of preseason games you'd like to play?
No, that's up to the coaching staff. I mean, obviously you like to play a couple. We're not playing that many games, so we'll see. But I mean, as long as you practice hard and you do what you need to do, you'll be ready.
Talk a little bit about Arturs. You played against him, and now he used to be around.
Yeah, well, I always respected him as a person and a goalie. I think he's one of the nicest guy you could ever meet, and from what I heard, he's a really hard-working guy, which is good because when a guy used to work hard, he's going to push you in the practice, and that's always good to have someone to push you maybe a little harder. So I'm really looking forward to working with him.
Does he have a different style than Dave?
Well, I didn't really work with him yet, so I'll see. I mean, he played the game for so many years, but can't really compare now because we didn't practice once with him on the ice.
You had any talks with him at all yet?
Yeah, I talked with him, and pretty much good conversation. He's really happy to be here, which makes it fun that you could see he wants to work with me, Varley, and all the goalies actually. But I'm looking forward to working with him.
Was it the public show of support from Bruce within the last 10 days? Did that mean anything to you? Does that mean just that you're the kind of the number one going in? And
well, you know what? Yeah, that was. It's always nice to have the confidence of the coaching staff and the head coach. But I've been in the business long enough that you got to back up that title, and I mean it's not something that's. You still got to play like a number one and be the number one guy. So I really see myself as just as equal as any other guy. I just want to go out there and play the best I could be, and then from there, we'll see what's going to happen.
You say you're on the back nine now in your career. Would you be satisfied with anything less than the Stanley Cup this season?
Well, no, that's the goal every year, but especially this year with the team we have. I mean, last year we lost in 7 against the Stanley Cup winner. So I mean, we're right there. But obviously, this year our goal is to be part of the Stanley Cup.
You guys pretty good with Theo?
Go ahead.
How the way the season ended, did it bother you into the summer? I mean, have you been able to get past it?
Well, you know what? It's hard to. I mean, it's always tough when you don't have the chance to redeem yourself. So I mean, it's not like if it was in my control. Like I said, I played one game and I didn't play, so I can't say I didn't bounce back. I can't say I lost the series. I can't really judge myself on like there's one game which I'm okay with Bruce's decision. It's just about to say how it affected my summer. It would have been way tougher if I would have stayed the whole series and lost it or didn't bounce back. I mean, I was looking for that chance to bounce back. It didn't happen, so this year it's just about starting right in training camp, and then from there we'll build slowly our way up.